Hello, 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 hello. हेलो। सो आज हम अ, आज हम एक नया टॉपिक के ऊपर बात करेंगे जो कि है मीन्स द एनिमल्स एंड वी। टॉपिक है एनिमल्स के बारे में बात करेंगे हम आज। सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट एनिमल्स? सो टुडे we are going to speak about the animals. Animals. What do you think the animals are equal to humans or they feel same emotions? Do you think animals experience emotions similar to those of humans? And how do the emotions felt by animals compared to those experienced by humans? तो आज का टॉपिक ये है कि आज एनिमल्स कैसे ह्यूमन से कनेक्टेड है। दे feel the same experience means like humans or they not. So here to discuss about that the animal. So according to me, animals are the better than the humans. Animals are animals are better than humans. Animals are not expecting anything from humans, and animals are the species like animals is like a cat, dog. They are giving love better than humans. This is my opinion about animals. So today the topic is animal. Animals reacted to their environments much as humans do. They respond emotionally to others and they evaluate situations in a similar way, becoming stressed and anxious in the times of danger. सो सब जन आज आए हैं यहाँ पे। अब हम थोड़ा एनिमेल्स के ऊपर डिस्कशन चल रहा है। दूसरा दिन है। दुसऱ्या दिवशी सर्वजण आपण जमलो आहे तिथे ॲनिमल्सचा टॉपिक Human emotions in animals. Viewing animals as our emotional equals is not a new phenomenon. Pythagoras, an ancient philosopher and mathematician who lived until 490 BC, believed that animals possess the full range of humans' emotions. Somewhat more recently, Charles Darwin wrote, "There is no fundamental difference between man and the higher mammals in the mental facilities." Today, current research supports the idea that at least some animals experience a variety of emotions, including fear, joy, happiness, shame, ragi, compassion, respect, and more. Dr. Mark Bekoff, professor and author of numerous essays about animal rights and conservation, stated, "Non-human animals are amazing beings. Daily, we are learning more and more about their fascinating cognitive abilities, emotional capacities, and moral lives. We know that fish are conscious and sentient. Rats, mice, and chickens display empathy, but also that of the other individuals. The understanding of animals as emotional beings is not something that meshes with some humans' views. Throughout history, many people believed and still believe we differ from animals because of our consciousness and connections to fellow man. Those who take the behavioral approach to studying animals argue that instead of assigning human emotions to animals, we can explain their behavior through a stimulus response theory. Still, evidence is mounting that animals do experience at least some degree of emotion. Through advanced technologies, we are able to observe animals in their natural habitat. Thus, more recently, we have seen more animals having what appear to be emotional reaction to triggering events. Many agree these responses are not just instructional in nature. Now, animal researchers find themselves asking that if we if any line separates how humans perceive the would emotional from how non-humans do. Scientists agree that emotions plays a pivotal role in the well-being of humans and have likely helped us evolve over time. It's entirely possible that emotions have played a role in the survival of our species and affect the everyday lives gra- greatly. Empathy in animals. One of the most complex and integral emotions is empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of those around us. Humans display empathy towards other humans and animals alike. Do animals do the same? Researcher points yes. Empathy is like more preva- prevalent in social species or animals that associate in social group. Dr. James E. Harris at Johns Hopkins University described it as an evolutionary mechanism to maintain social cohesion. In other words, animals that rely on a group of survival must be more sensitive to what those around them are feeling, whether they are human or non-humans. The idea of empathy in animals introduces a whole new way of looking at our non-human neighbors, suggesting that our feelings towards them might be reciprocated. It is also possible that they truly care about members of their own species in a way that we can relate to. The complex emotional trait has been observed in other pyramids as well as dogs, mice, and elephants. Examples of animal exhibiting empathy. Observing empathy in animals is becoming more frequent due to our ability to safely observe animals in their own habits. Here are a few examples of animals displaying empathy in what we might describe as human-like ways. Elements mourn a lost conservation conservationist. Lawrence Anthony was a conservationist who founded a 5,000-acre Thula reserve with African elephants. He gained a reputation for being able to comfort elephants upon their arrival at reserve. In fact, he managed to keep elephants who wanted to leave from wandering back into harm's way. In his book, The Elephant Whisperer, My Life with the Herd in the Africa Wild, he said he learned to communicate with the elephants by observing how they communicated with each other. When Anthony died of a heart attack, elephants traveled to his home, seemingly to pay their respect. His son said that since his father's death, the herd has come to his house on the edge of their reserves every night. While elephants grieving the loss of their own herd member is not a phenomenon, the act of paying respect to a human who work hard to help them is remarkable. Dogs comfort humans in the aftermath of trauma. According to an article in the New York Times, Iraq veteran Benjamin Stepp returned home from two deployments with a traumatic brain injury and multiple other injuries causing pain. During a lecture at graduate school, Stepp tried hard to focus, but he was agitated. No one in the class noticed except for his service dog Allergy, who jumped into his lap to comfort him. He believed Allergy always empathized when he was struggling emotionally. Comfort dogs also display empathy. When the horrific events of 2012 happened at Sandy Hook Elementary School, comfort dogs were able to help children open up the hill. Some children sorry, spoke directly to the dog about what they had experienced. In fact, one child spoke for the first time since the shootings after petting one of the dogs. आज थोड़ा लेट हो गया है, थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही स्टेज कर दिया है क्लास, तो अभी के लिए इतना ही। फिर हम कल मिलते हैं। चलो बाय, मज़ा आया आज। बाय बाय बेटा।